Welcome, welcome. It's another Asian Nation. It is Tuesday morning, and it is the 18th? It is the 18th. The 18th. And I'm excited to have you here on a Tuesday morning with us. We are right here in the Mardi Gras season, and Katie
Linkus Smith.
Katie Linkus Smith. I'm going to get it right before the end of the half hour. With the crew of Apollo, big ball coming up this weekend, and we wanted to get you guys on. Tried to get it on last week and had some technical difficulties doing the Zoom thing, so I said, well, I'm vaccinated if you're comfortable sitting this close, and he said, I'm vaccinated and boosted, let's do it. So,
anything to get me on live TV, right?
Absolutely, definitely. So we have Katie here. Katie is the president-elect of the crew of Apollo. And if you have never been to the ball, oh my words, you have got to go to this ball. It's one of the most elaborate costumes I've ever seen. Now, I haven't been to any of the ones in New Orleans, but I hear that this is definitely up there, if not better than some of the big balls in New Orleans.
We definitely compensate for not having a parade, is kind of how I'd explain it. Since we don't parade, our ball is our parade. So our back pieces are kind of like a float. We have back pieces anywhere from 7 feet to 14 feet high, parading up and down the stage for everyone. So we definitely have a festival.
I believe I have a couple of those. Let's see if we can get some of these on the...
Yes, that's our current reigning king, Jonathan Rushing.
Now, so he will be... Now, he was king in 20...
He was crowned in 2020 at the end of that ball, which was actually the ball that I reigned over as King 38. When we went dark, we could not have his ball, which is actually our 40th anniversary this year. So we just went dark for a year, and now we're having our 40th anniversary. So he will be reigning over our 40th ball, and we will be welcoming our new royalty coming in, King Chase Niedringhaus and Queen Matthew Lawson.
Wow, that's going to be fascinating. This Saturday?
It's going to be this Saturday, 6 o'clock. Doors open at the River Center Ballroom. We plan to have a good time.
I think I have some different things here that I'm going to be popping up. It's looking like I'm not looking at you or paying attention, but I'm doing a lot of things because I have a lot of things loaded in the computer for our visit today, not the least of which was all the information you need to know. Are tickets still available this late?
There are tickets available. We are definitely not going to turn anyone away as long as there's a seat to be had. So if you want to find us on Eventbrite or go to our website, our cruise website, apollobatonrouge.com, find the link on the main screen that says Ball Mask. There is a link right there on that page to take you to the Eventbrite page, and basically you get to select your seat, any seat that's available. We'll sell a ticket at the door.
Man, that is fantastic news. And the last time I was it at the Plaquemine Civic Center? The last time I visited the Apollo Ball as a guest, and it was fantastic, Elvira was there. Yes,
she was there.
Queen of the Dark.
Yes, that was actually one of the first years that we were in the River Center. When we started back in 1980 is when the cruise started. Our balls were in Plaquemine. And then we went to the Grand Hall up on Greenwell Springs Road, and then moved to the River Center, and Elvira was the hostess, one of the first balls that we were there.
Wow. So give me a little, as far as you're comfortable doing, give me a little bit of a history of the Apollo Ball. Now, do some of the funds go to different charity organizations? I mean, I gotta believe that most of that's gonna rent the River Center.
Right. So ticket sales basically go to run the ball. It funds the ball so that we do, because the main, like any Mardi Gras crew, we throw a party every year. We are a social crew, but our crew is very proud that we also are a philanthropic group. So we fundraise throughout the year on side of the money we make for the ball. So the ticket sales pay for the ball. All the other money we raise throughout the year goes to our philanthropic events and charities. So our main one is our AIDS Crisis Fund. So anyone who lives with HIV can reach out and apply for assistance to help with their electric bill if they're in times of need, or help with paying a rent for the month in times of need. But we're also trying new ways to support our community. So next year we are actually going to be starting a new philanthropy. We're starting a scholarship fund for youth, for LGBTQIA+ youth, to help them with post-secondary endeavors, education endeavors, to support them, as we kind of develop the next the next adults in our community, in our.
Oh, that is so awesome. So since 1980, 1980, show us some of the swag you brought, or it's not drag, I don't guess.
No, it's not. No. Well,
you're a reigning ex-king.
I am King 38. Yes, I reigned over the last ball we were able to have.
Right.
The shutdown happened about a month after our ball. So when you are royalty, you have to buy all your bling, so to speak.
Oh my gosh,
so,
look at that.
So this was.
Put it on your camera, so hold it up a little higher there we can see.
There was. Here's
wow.
the crown that I had to adorn on my bald head, and my queen had one that matched. So this is the type of glamour.
And you can't put it on.
It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
We are definitely a brotherhood out of respect, and I cannot wear it if I'm not reigning. The only exemption of that is this year. It is our 40th anniversary ball, so the beginning of the ball will be a procession of all the past royals. So we will be able to wear our crowns as we share the moment as an anniversary ball. But as soon as we get off that stage and our king and queen, reigning queen, king and queen come on stage, the crowns come off, because that is a respect thing.
I am in love with the coat.
Well, you told me to wear costumey, flashy, little, kind of what you look like when you go to a Crew of Apollo ball.
Right.
So my royalty colors, my queen and I, our royalty colors were cobalt blue. So it kind of sticks, and this is actually one of the coats that I'm going to be, that's probably actually the coat I'm going to be wearing at the ball.
Oh, awesome. And you'll just stay in that the whole night, probably, I think?
Yeah.
Some of the runway, and they go change into their black and white tux after they get off the runway and go sit at their tables
Right.
with their guests and things like that. So.
Right. So anybody who's presenting at the ball, like I'm actually going to be walking with my queen during her presentation. I took a year off from walking and presenting because I've done it the past 8 years. So I told her I would help her. She wanted to do it. Since the theme is walking to New Orleans, she had a great idea of costume she wanted to do. So I'm going to be walking with her. So I'm going to have a coat to change into for her walk. And then when I'm done, we usually change back into, our either floor-length ball gown
Right.
for women, or your tux for a man.
I've got some more pictures. I want to pop these up.
That's our current reigning queen, Travis Dupuis.
Okay. And let's see, what else? Did we show this one already? No?
Yeah, that is one of our presentation walks from, I forgot which year that was, but that was Mickey Mouse. He was presenting a Mickey Mouse kind of scheme there.
It's going to kind of pop back to us, I think,
our
a little
Jungle
bit.
Book. That's actually our incoming king carrying the elephant there.
So that elephant on the guy with the shirt off, that is a headdress? I mean,
No, that is actually, he is wearing.
But I mean, he's wearing that though.
He's
is what I'm
wearing a
saying.
harness. It's a harness
Holy
that's
cow.
on your shoulders, and then you make a structure that goes on top of that harness, and you're carrying it on your shoulders, supported by your back.
How
so
heavy
that
are
is-
these things? That looks like that's 100 pounds.
They can be, they can be heavy. I wore one that about broke my back until we learned how, that you can use metals that are a little less heavy. But I know there's going to be one back piece this year that's going to be about 14 feet high. I'm trying not to share too much about what our back piece is
No,
going to
you
be this
gotta-
year. But it's actually only going to be about 25, 30 pounds.
Now,
So not too bad.
This is a. That looks like that could be a little awkward or heavy, but it's.
No, it's about how you, I mean, most of it is actually foam. So if you build with light materials and make it pretty aerodynamic so it doesn't like get top heavy, it's not that uncomfortable actually.
Now, is that Miss Effie?
That is Miss Effie.
Oh my
yes,
gosh!
Paula Moyne.
I saw her in the. I'm not gonna. I think she'd kill me if I told her that I saw her in the 80s. But I saw her in the late 80s,
Nope,
early 90s.
She would not kill you, and she was actually Queen 30 for our crew.
Okay.
And that's John Deshotel as a transformer. He is our co-captain this year, and our captain is Chad Blanchard. So they're actually responsible for actually putting the ball on, making sure everybody has their back piece ready, and make sure that this thing's going on without a glitch.
What is the most excitement that you guys have had or that you have experienced as a member of the crew? What brings you back to this every year? Because this is a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of money.
And a lot of brotherhood. It's what you make of it. Originally, what brought me to the crew, being that I'm not from Louisiana, I'm actually a transplant from the Mid-Atlantic. I didn't even get what Mardi Gras was. So people join the crew for whatever reason. I actually joined because of the philanthropy. I love giving back to the community. But once you get in, you just meet people that you just love to surround yourself with. There's a common goal, a common bond, and it's really what brings you back is the people. So we throw a party. It can get kind of stressful and hectic, right at the end, trying to get it together. But that's when we come together. And if someone's frustrated because their back piece isn't coming together, then we get together 2 days before and we all work on that back piece. And just it's those bonds and those friendships that, it's really irreplaceable.
That is awesome, just awesome. So, what is the biggest thing that LGBTQ faces today in 2022? Because we've come a long way in the
We've come a long
with
way.
regard to the prejudices and the.
Yes, we've come a long way. We have the rights to marry now. We have definitely have the rights to adopt now. The original reason the crew was founded, and actually we're the baby sister of the four crews. There are actually four crews of Apollo. With it started in New Orleans, and then Birmingham, Lafayette, and then Baton Rouge was the last one to be founded. It was founded in 1980 for a safe place for gay men to celebrate Mardi Gras. So we don't really need that anymore. And many people who come to our ball, they're not gay. They don't identify as gay. They come because they enjoy the ball that we throw, and we enjoy entertaining them with the elaborate costumes and everything. But it's really not. Honestly, I would say the biggest thing LGBTQIA people struggle with right now is COVID-19, just like everyone else.
Just get vaccinated, folks. That's kind of a sensitive topic around here, but I'm pro-vax, so obviously we wouldn't be able to do this. Okay, so LGBTQ.
IA plus.
Help me with that.
Oh gosh, you put me on the spot.
L, lesbian.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, intersex, ally, asexual, plus.
Good
so you have Q.
gracious.
The Q is queer, questioning. But we also have non-binary.
Is that going to still just? Is that going to just?
I call it the alphabet club.
Because I still just say LGBTQ.
Right, and a lot of people do. So I mean, I just think we're trying to be as inclusive as possible when it comes to sexuality, gender, things of that nature. Just to make sure no one's left out. So.
What do you want people to know? What does the gay community want the straight community to know about? I don't want to say it's a lifestyle choice because it's not a choice, no question. But some people think it is.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? I think what's really important is that we just show who we are, as a person, and if you just be the best self that you can be, people don't mind what comes with that. So I think if we just stop really focusing on straight, gay, what title, what do you prefer to be, this, that, and the other. If you just be the best person that you can be, that's going to eradicate all this. And I think that the crew has even evolved. Our crew has evolved from all gay men to we have a brother who identifies as straight, is married to a wonderful lady who supports our crew and has 4 very handsome young men as sons, and we invited him in. It's no longer a gay thing or a straight thing. It's just be your best person, and I think that it's not necessarily needed to focus on who you're married to or who you're in a relationship with.
Right. Let's get back to the ball. It's this Saturday. What the dress code is, if I remember, is very strictly enforced.
It's formal, yes. Men or women, if they feel more comfortable wearing pants, must be in tuxes. It is a formal tuxedo. Also, I know that we allow kilts for Irish, Scottish descendants. If they would like to wear a kilt, that's considered formal wear. And then for women or anyone that presents as a woman, in drag, they are asked to be in a floor-length ball gown. So
Gotcha.
no cocktail dresses or anything like that. It is a formal event.
Now, do we need, as a guest, I guess this would be a question for each person sponsoring a table. Do we need to bring things? Do we need to bring our drinks? Do we need to bring our food? I don't know
We
what's
used to be
allowed.
Yeah, we used to bring our things, and then we decided, when you're breaking down the ballroom after the ball, that took a lot of time, and also if you depending on how much you partied, it took a lot of effort. So now we ask everyone to be catered through the River Center, and you can go to the River Center website and go to their catering page and select Mardi Gras. There's different options, so they have a Mardi Gras option, and basically you will have, when you get your ticket for the ball, there will be a table number. So you just go to their website and you order whatever you want to drink, whatever you want to eat. They will have it ready for you when you get to the ball, already placed on your table. And then at the end of the night, they clean it up. Instead of we having to worry about cleaning up, all we have to do is pack up our decorations on the table.
That is fantastic. And there's such good people to work with down at the River Center.
River Center has been very accommodating.
Raising Cane's, River Center. I'm sure there's some canes on the options too, which for your table. Raising Cane's.
No, actually, but there are chicken tenders. I don't know if I don't know if there are Cane's chicken tenders, but that is an option. Yes.
That is awesome. So this Saturday night, let me find the slide I had earlier, and we'll put that back up to show everybody to get information out there and take your name off of that so we can see the rest of
There
it.
it is.
This Saturday, 22nd, 6 o'clock with doors, but the show starts. The
tableau starts at 7.
Okay, perfect. And nobody enters after that, or y'all real strict about that? Some crews are.
No, I mean, you can enter. I mean, if you're running a little late, thank God it looks like we're having our winter remix on Friday, not Saturday now. We were kind of scared if COVID shut the ball down again, now the weather would. No, I mean, if you're running a little late, you get there, it's about 7:15, you're still going to get in. You're just going to miss the very beginning of the tableau.
We don't want to miss any of the tableau, especially
No.
with the kings, the past kings and queens that are going to be.
Yes,
doing
all
that.
past royals in attendance will be able to process.
So I know you don't want to talk about very specific things because you want to have some surprises, but what can we expect? You had mentioned to me on the phone last week that this ball is probably a bigger ball than some of the past balls?
This ball is going to be great. Chad Blanchard and John Deschatel have just worked tirelessly, and we appreciate them so much as crew members. and they've had, being dark last year due to the pandemic, they've had a couple years to prepare and plan, and they just have some amazing ideas. And we're probably going to have one of the largest balls we've had as a crew. We're planning 28 costumes this year, and trying to get them down the runway within 3 hours. But they have.
Well, you need to try to get them down the runway within 3 hours a person.
I know.
Some of these,
I'm telling you.
they'll go round and round.
Absolutely, but John and Chad have really, been very helpful for everyone who's costuming. They've checked in on them. I know Chad himself has built probably half of these back pieces himself. And just, give them to the crew members, and they'll decorate them, and then he'll come and put it all together, and then we get a big truck, and he drives around all of Baton Rouge and picks up all the back pieces and delivers them to the River Center on Thursday before the ball, and then we go in Thursday and Friday, and then we do the last minute preparations with pluming them and making sure they're nice and full and feathery, and last little glittery touches. But no, Chad and John have just been amazing captains this year, and couldn't have asked for a better anniversary captain than the two of them.
Okay, so pandemic aside, you have a ball every year.
We do have a ball
in
every year.
January, usually. I think you've had one in February before, or several.
It just depends on where
when Mardi Gras falls, right?
Yeah, when it falls.
So I understand from just chatting with folks that some of the crew members start working on the next year's ball like the weekend after this ball ends. Is that true?
We actually our captain for next year, our incoming captain, he already has the ball theme. He already has his costumes picked out, what he wants to present. He's already reached out to people that he wants to represent what costume. We're planning before even this ball happens. We've already planned for 41. So absolutely, we get on the, we're not going to, hopefully, knock on wood, we're not going to have another dark year. So we're only going to have 1 year to put on ball, 41 as usual.
Wow. Now this is a significant anniversary. It's the 40th anniversary, right?
Yeah, this is our Ruby anniversary.
Are there things planned specifically for this anniversary?
Yeah, I mean, we're having a larger ball. We let all the past royals process. We do a little, I wouldn't say purposely, but I think just being an anniversary ball, it just brings more pride, passion, and energy into it from the people.
Do you ever recognize people that this is their first Apollo ball? I would be interested to see that.
At the beginning of the ball, we get the president makes an address to everyone in attendance, and usually they ask how many of you all this is your first one, cheer and just to make everyone feel welcome at the event. So are you nervous about being president? I mean, this is a big responsibility. It is
for any crew.
It's called the hot seat. No, I'm not really nervous about it. I have the support of the brothers, and it's just nice to serve them. I don't see president as a title of power. I'm one that sees it as a title of responsibility and service. So as president, I'm there to serve my brothers in the crew, and make sure that basically just make sure everything runs smoothly, and utilize the people on the board. Give them things to do. A president should not be doing everything.
Are you a good delegator?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, and with delegation comes great follow-through.
Oh yeah, expect and inspect. I think.
But you, as president, you try to find the person to replace you when you're tired, and how can I do that if I don't allow someone to do responsibilities? So, definitely I'll just delegate things out, make sure everybody has a piece of the pie so that everyone's proud of what we accomplished throughout the year, make sure everybody plays nice, and just, be there to support. I think the president of any organization needs to be the positive face of that organization, but also, like I said, be there to serve and uplift their members, and be responsible for their well-being. It's not about power when you're president.
We only have a couple of more minutes because we have a 10:30 live stream that we're going to do here right after you and I finish our visit. Are there ways that people can get involved, or how do you become a member of the crew? Is this something that you have interviews and then the group votes you in, or
Yes.
And how do you start that process if you were interested in becoming a member?
If you're interested in becoming a member, all you have to do is reach out to someone who you know is a member of Crew of Apollo. There is on our website, apollobatonrouge.com, there is a link, a membership link, and it has an application that you fill out if you would like to be a member. And then you just submit that application, and two of the current members have to sponsor you, quote unquote sponsor you, so they have to sign your application saying, yeah, you know, we think this person will be, you know, will enrich our crew with joining us. It is, you pay your membership fee, and you can do that actually within 3 installments if you so choose. And then we vote you in at the next meeting, and then you become a member in good standing once you're paid.
Is there a cap on membership in the crew?
Usually the captains, based on the size of the ball, put a cap on it, but we've never really, I wouldn't say that we've really followed the cap. If you want to be a member, and like I said, you're sponsored by 2 of the current members, which basically is your references,
right.
That you are someone who's going to represent the crew well, you're going to get in.
Well, you're certainly a good representation of the entire crew, and a great spokesman for LGBTQ as well as the Crew of Apollo. And I'm so excited that you guys are back this year.
Johnny, thank you.
It's not give us the who, what, when, where. Put the graphic up again. You can
this
still
Saturday,
buy tickets.
Yeah, this Saturday, January 22nd. Doors open at 6 o'clock. We will start partying at 7. And it's going to be at the Raising Cane's River Center Ballroom. Tickets will be $100 each. You can pay that on the Eventbrite website, or go to our website, apollobatonrouge.com. Go to the link that says Ball Mask, and there's a link on that page. Please be in your best formal attire. Make it blingy, make it sparkly, and come have fun with us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I
Thank you, Johnny.
appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you.
Apollo Ball, don't miss it. It's coming up this Saturday, as he mentioned, at the Raising Cane's River Center. It's 10:28 on Tuesday morning, if you're still with us. The Asian Nation program has featured the Apollo Ball today. And we will be back tomorrow morning on 9 News This Morning. We hope you join us there, as well as on Asian Nation again this time next week, 10 to 10:30, WAFB Plus. Hit the likes, hit the subscribes on Facebook and YouTube, and we will see you soon. Check out the ball this weekend. Have fun, everybody. Be safe.